This is Julie O'Brien on behalf of Fáilte Ireland in the Dublin office, speaking via web link with Julien Lardy, Product Manager of Comptoir Des Voyages. In your experience, why do French people choose to come to Ireland?
French people choose Ireland for landscapes, first of all. They are looking for wide landscapes, for the coast, for the mountains, for the cliffs as well. And actually, that's why the Wild Atlantic Way works very well. And so to me, that's the first thing, the most important one, actually. So, and then people go to Ireland for Irish people, for the music, for the pubs, for the rugby as well. And the last one would be culture. We could speak about the castles, the Celtic sites like Newgrange, Clonmacnoise or Glendalough, for example.
Does your company work and contract direct with Irish tourism businesses, or do you work in partnership with a local Irish tour operator?
We actually do both. We work with DMC because it's the easiest way for us. And then we have to work directly with other partners, like hotels, small accommodation. I think about Blue Book Hotels, for example. And we have as well other partners, either in direct or small incoming agencies for special products like fishing, like walking, and different activities. And we work as well with B&B Ireland for B&B products. Because I think that when you do FIT, you have to work with B&B Ireland on Ireland market.
How can a local Irish tourism business make you more aware of their product offering?
The workshop and farm trips are very good thing for us, but the problem we meet is that it's during the high season for us. Between January and I would say the end of April, mid-May, we are very busy as we offer FIT travel. Our selling period is this one, so it's really difficult for us to leave the office. The best time for us is September, October, November. I know we can still have nice weather in Ireland, so it would be easier for us to leave the office during this time. So, but during the high season, we can meet people in our agency, DMC or other supplier. But what is really important for us is to have suppliers offering FIT services for a few people. Sometimes the people who come to the office during the season are big hotels. So we work with big hotels as well because we have to, for example, in Dublin or in Cork. But I would say that partners offering special services, we spoke about fishing, these kind of things, or small accommodation, it's difficult for them to come to visit us in Paris. Yeah. And the last thing is to receive some information from DMC and for local partners to have information every week, every month, to know what is going on in Ireland, to know all the news.
Name 3 key expectations you require Irish suppliers to deliver upon for the French market.
So the first one is to have visits in French. I know that it's not developed yet in Ireland. I know it's difficult to have guided tours in French with people, with or other explanation. But if we could have audio guides in French, as we have, for example, in the Guinness Storehouse, it will really help to develop the visit for French people. I said in the first question that actually French people go to Ireland for landscape first, and then for Irish people and culture. So maybe that culture is not as developed as it could because the French people can't easily appreciate it because of the language. Yeah. So the second thing we need to develop is availability in Dublin. It's really difficult for us to sell Dublin for, I would say, 2, 3, 4 years now, because of all the events there is in Dublin. But the fact is that now I feel there is an event all the weekend, so it's really difficult for us. I know that there will be new hotels soon in Dublin, but I don't know if it would be enough, and we need to develop it more and more. The second thing is we're getting availability as well, but I would speak about availability in the countryside. In the past few years, Ireland was a destination, I would say, always available, even for last minute request. So it's a real good thing for Ireland to be full, for sure. But it means that that business is increasing, and that we'll have lack of availabilities in the next years as well in the countryside. So we need to develop to have more B&Bs and both B&Bs and hotels to offer our clients in countryside to still developing business.
Do you have any tips that would help Irish tourism products grow more business from France into Ireland?
So the first thing, which is a bit difficult for us in French, is that we don't still have a regular line from Paris to Shannon Airport. We still have some Ryanair from the countryside and charter as well, but we don't work with charter. French people want to go above all to Connemara because of the song. You may have heard about it. So arriving in Shannon, arriving in Shannon is a really good thing for us. So if you could develop it, it will help us. And in the meantime, for individual people, it's very nice to, for example, have a flight going to Shannon and leaving from Dublin. It helps us to have nice trips, different trips, and to have business in the low season. So that's the second point. Because with the flights arriving directly in the West Coast, we can develop 3-4 night stay during the low season. The other problem we have with the low season products is that most of the sites, the cultural sites in the West, are closed during the winter time. So it's really difficult for us to have business during this season. We tried to have business from, I would say, mid-October to mid-March. But it's a bit difficult first for us because of the weather. But we can explain to the clients, okay, don't worry, weather won't be so good. But it's Ireland. But you will have warm welcome in the pub. You will have music, so it will be cold outside, but warm inside. But the second problem we have is that the cultural sites are closed, and so then clients say, okay, but no, I will go to Ireland during the high season when everything will be open. I would say the last thing is the road. It's part of Ireland. I mean, I can't imagine to go to Ireland without small roads with tolls and all the landscapes. But French people are afraid about driving on the left side and to drive in small roads as well. So it would be very helpful to develop the road in Ireland and then to have maybe more explanation about the buses, the bus area, or even the day tours from Galway or Killarney. We know the one from Dublin, but it would be good to develop as well the one from the biggest town in the west. I don't remember, it was in 2006 or 2007. I had a trip by myself with buses, and I had problems. It was between Ennistimon and Ennis because the bus stop changed, and I missed the bus. And I did not feel it was really clear. So I think that's something we could develop for people who don't want to drive on the left side, to have more information about buses and trains as well, and to develop this kind of travels.
I just want to thank you very much for your time. I'm sure the Irish trade will find this very useful.